morning, everyone. Rick here with Hit and Run Candlesticks. Welcome to Thursday, November 19th, 2020. Sure glad everybody's here. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's staying safe. Okay, so let's look at the market a little bit. Because the trend is still up, here's what I'm going to be looking at. Here's the T-line right here. And because the T-line is still trending and price is not below the T-line at the close of yesterday, and at the open it looks like we're just right there. Because the T-line is still up and because the T-line is still above our 17, this is our Trendicator just simply without the dots, just a line. So our Trendicator line is still up, and the Trendicator is still above the 50-period moving average, and the 34 EMA is right in here. So everything is still trending up based on the moving averages. So for that reason, I'm going to remain a bit to the bullish side. Now, a couple of problems here that I see, and one is price action. Price action is building a chart pattern that I really can't say that I care for, and that's where we're down, we're up, and we're down again. Now, for those that follow candlesticks, there's something called a falling three method or a falling method. And, this isn't exact because, let me get my crayons out here. Here we go. Not exact because we've got the falling three method means that there's three candles in this area right here. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. So we're going to use the two outside candles, this one and this one right here. And again, there's just too many candles in there to call it an official rising three method. But this is what, or falling three, excuse me. This is what a falling three method looks like. You have a bear day, and then you have a fight. The bulls are fighting back. And then what happens is you have another bear day. And where trouble starts coming in is below that line right there. Well, let's take a look at this. All right. So here we're down. Now, I know that these, there's too many in here, but you can see what's happened. And now, look what's happening here. And that's why I have this blue line right there. Okay. So if we close below 354, right in there, 354.10, 354.15, that sets this price action up for a danger is what it is. So we want to be very, very careful here. I know there's still some support down here that can be caught. Like 348.50 maybe. That's some support. After that, I got to tell you, the support, it doesn't happen until it gets quite a bit lower. So this could be a little dangerous if you are in too many positions to the long side. So be very, very cautious. Yesterday, we closed off some positions. I actually added to my VXX, and I bought some SPY puts. Now, we posted that on our real-time alerts. So anyone that has the app, the real-time alert app, then you receive that. If you don't have the app, please go to search your app store for Pro Trading Room, download it, and then you'll have to come into our trading room to get the passcode. Now, if you can't come in during the day, no problem. We can set something up where we can do it for you in the evening if you have. If you just can't be in the trading room during the day, then we can do that. All right, let's take a look at some trade ideas. Now, I am looking at only long trade ideas right now because I'm, for the most part, long on the market. All right, do me a favor. If you like this video, if you think the video is helpful, if you'd like to see more videos, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to see videos with maybe something with a different topic, maybe how I might use a moving average for trading, how I might use stochastics or MACD or things like that. Anything. If you would just like anything, just please in below leave us a message in the YouTube. I do read those YouTube messages, every single one of them. Every night I sit and go through them. So please, if you have some suggestions for topics, please let us know. Okay, so solo. Now I'm currently long solo. We're doing pretty well so far. What I'm looking for, I've got the buy box in here, and I've got a possible target that I'll be looking at. This is where we'll put the stop in. Oh, and by the way, I want to mention that the stocks we put out, these are stocks that we are adding to our watch list. Some stocks are optionable, and some stocks are not. And we have a team that we work with, and some of our team does not use or does not trade options, so we try to mix it up a little bit. I give you an example. Shoe was one of our trade ideas. Not a very good option, not a great chart for an option, but for the stock, a lot of money was made by a couple of our team members, so congratulations. So remember, well, just have a plan. Know what you're trading. If you need help with that, let us know. We can help you. All right, solo. Solo's looking pretty good here. I like the idea of maybe adding more in the buy box. I'm looking at $10 for a possible target. So what we may do is, in a perfect world, this is what I would like to see, really, is solo relax a little bit, come back, because then what I think I'm going to do, clicked the wrong button. There we go. What I would like to do is buy a little bit more. But if it wants to break out, that's okay. I may be buying more as we break out. I'm going to be, again, looking for that $10 mark. At the moment, I've got a stop of about $5.90. I don't have my trading platform up, so I'll have to go look at the exact amount. But based on the buy box, what I'm looking at in this chart right now, that's what we have right there. Here's one. This is for those that are, on the team that are looking for a pretty cheap stock. $1.20 down here. Now I'm not interested in buying it down here. I'm interested in maybe up here. Now this is one I am seriously considering, and I don't think it has options, but I'm seriously thinking about buying the stock here. So when it gets up into here, that's where I'm looking to purchase the stock, and then we'll look for that 190 target up there for about 25%, followed by 250, 260, that's about 65%. Right now, it's kind of hard to put the exact stop in until you actually buy it. But right now, that's my best guess is how the chart will lay out. So we pop up. Here's what it would look like right here. We pop up, or we break out. However it gets there, it doesn't matter. Just get up here, and then a little bit of a rest, and that's where I'd like to see the buyers, and that's where I would like to buy, working it up a little bit higher. Here's another one, JCI. JCI, a very nice trend here, very nice bullish trend. It seems like it's organized, has its little moments of pullbacks. That's fine. Well, you can see here that we've broken out right there. Broken out right in this area. Nice finish yesterday. Yesterday was good. I'm looking at this 5260, 5265 as a target up here. Now we have to get through 4740. And I might be willing to take this trade before we get there, because here's what's happened. We've run up, we've come back, we tested all this in here. Now this might be that, the second run, and I might be willing to get in this green box here, looking for that second run. At the moment, based on the green box here, There we go. We'll use about 45. Let's see. Let's make that red there. We'll look at about $45 as a stop, providing we buy it in here. If we end up waiting and buy up here, then we'll have to raise the stop so we're not too far off our budget for the stop area. Another chart we're looking at is NKLA, Nikola. And before we talk about this, I want to remind everyone that, past performance is not indicative of future returns. And it is so very important for each trader to trade their own trade. You've got to have your own plan. For instance, I'm sharing my plan with you here. It is so important that you have your own because there's some unknowns. Risk, what your risk tolerance is compared to my risk tolerance. How much one can afford to lose versus another person. So it's very, very important you have some trading education. We can't even begin to stress that enough. So anyway, here Nikola here has come back up. We closed over the 50 period moving average. I've got the buy box in here, looking at buying this. 35, 60, 65, 46, 80 up here as possible targets. If bought in the middle of the box, that gives you about 39% and about 87. That's a monster. That's huge. Right now, based on the buy box, before we buy it, we don't know exactly where our stop's going to be. But this is what I would have to set up for my plan right now. So here's what would happen. If we paid higher for it, I'm going to have to raise my stop. One of the ways I look at doing that is I use the volatility stop, and I like using the 3-bar chart and the daily chart. I'm just happening to go to the 3-bar chart because I know that that's what I did with this stock, looking for my stop area. And here's the volatility stops right here, the dots. Those are volatility stops. So I'm looking at the 3-bar chart, and based on the volatility stop, I'm willing to put my stop at about 23.30. But if I end up buying the stock up here, the volatility stop is going to rise. So what I'm going to do is go up with it. So that's how I might do that. Maybe this is one of the things we can look at for video on the volatility stop. If you all think that's true, if you think this would be a good idea, setting stops using the volatility stop, please, again, give us that thumbs up and leave us a note down in the chat area that this is what you'd like maybe to hear more about. Okay? Appreciate it. All right, let's go back over to this chart. There we go. All right, so we've already talked about this. How about plug? Let's take a look at plug. Now, I'm not interested in buying plug right in here. I'm interested in buying plug up into here. I'm looking for that possible break, that possible move up into this area, then maybe break out of these highs, and then a target of about 35, 30 up there. So with a buy in this area here, what are we looking at? 39%? Good Lord, that's a monster. Based on buying it inside this area here, we'll put the stop in. Now, again, first of all, make sure you trade your plan. Your plan's got to be there. And we don't know exactly where we might buy it, so we may have to adjust that stop just a little at the time. These are things we post on the real-time alerts app if you have that, whether you're here in the trading room in front of your computer, driving down the road, and don't text and drive, by the way. Driving down the road, you'll get the alert. Sitting at your breakfast table, maybe having lunch at McDonald's or Wendy's or wherever you go to have lunch, you'll get those alerts. Here's another one, DraftKings. Now, this is one I am long in. I bought it here day before yesterday. Yesterday, we gapped up a little bit, held that 50 period moving average. Again, I don't have my trading platform up, so I'll have to go see what my exact stop is. But right now, if I was looking to buy this, this is what I would look for: a buy inside this green area, my stop. If it pulls back, I will look at adding to this. I'm looking at $52.56 up here as a target. Okay, let's take a look at YUMC. YUMC here. We've got, looks like we're trying to break out. In fact, well, looks like we have broken out. So, there we go. That's what I'm going to use right in here from my breakout line, about this 58.75. And that's also the area I'm going to use for a stop. So let's paint that red just like that. This would be the buy area up in the green buy box. And we're looking at about 66.60 for a direction for the stock to go. And that's about almost 11%. Right in here. So we'll be looking for a little bit of a buy, inside day, that type of thing. Maybe even, price just breaking out slightly of the candle here. And then that's what we're looking for. And then up here at that 66.60 with, again, that stop in here. Now remember, you may have to adjust the stop a little bit based on your entry and your trade plan. And the last one I have here is Qcon. Now, Qcon not looking so great price action wise, but chart pattern wise, right there. I like that chart pattern. I see we're opening up at the downside today, or at the lower end of yesterday's candle. Well, what I'm going to wait for is the bulls to step in and start looking at this. Now, I think if we were to draw a line right there, just like that, that's where I would be looking for that entry is above this area, like right in here. So I'm going to look for a pop-up, maybe a little bit of rest, then buyers coming in. From there, we'll look at 173.95. We're going to put our stop right at the bottom of that green box, buy box. Let's paint it red. There we go. There we are. Okay, hope to see everybody in the trading room. Thank you very, very much for watching our video blog. Again, if you like what you see, give us the thumbs up. We appreciate it. If you have suggestions on topics, please leave those below, as we do read every single one of them. Thank you very much. You guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the trading room.